Example A. It says step 1. Create a graphic organizer as shown. Place the first term in the upper left region. Place the last term in the lower right region. Step 2. Identify the factors of C that add to B. Use a table to help you test factors. Step 3. Fill in the missing factors and products in the graphic organizer. Step 4. Write the original trinomial as a product of two binomials. We're just going to dive into these examples. So I'm looking at page 396 here, and it says, fill in the missing sections of the graphic organizer for the trinomial x squared minus 6x plus 8. Express the trinomials as a product of two binomials. Okay. Well, they filled in some boxes for us. We have x squared. They gave us negative 4x and 8. But I need another term right here that whenever I combine these two, I'm going to get negative 6. So what plus negative 4x is going to give me negative 6x? Negative 2x. Okay. What two products or what two factors multiply to give me a product of x squared? X and x. X times what value gives me negative 2x? Negative 2. X times what value gives me negative 4x? Negative 4. And just to double check, is negative 4 times negative 2 a positive 8? Yes. So we would write this as x minus 2 times x minus 4 does indeed give me x squared minus 6x plus 8. Those are equivalent. B. Make a graphic organizer like the one above for the trinomial x squared plus 14x plus 45. Now, if I go back to the previous page on page 395, it says step 1. Create a graphic organizer as shown. Place the first term in the upper left. Place the last term in the lower right. Yeah. So we've got x squared, 45. That was step 1. Step 2. Identify factors of C. So what numbers multiply to give me C, but when added, give me B? Okay. So I'm looking for factors of 45, but sum to 14. So multiply to 45, add to 14. Well, I could do 1 and 45, but that adds to 46. No good. I could do 3 and 15, but when I add those, I get 18. No good. I could do 5 and 9, and when they do add, I do indeed get 14. So after it says I identify these, we're going to fill in the missing factors and products in the graphic organizer. So one of these is going to be 5x. One of these is going to be 9x. This is my coefficients. What times what gives me x squared? X and x. What times x gives me 5x? 5. What times x gives me 9x? 9. And just as a double check, is 9 times 5, 45? Yes. So it says in the last step, write this as x plus 5, x plus 9 does indeed equal x squared plus 14x plus 45. All right, let's take a look at C. Now, C, I'm going to have to work on another piece of paper. There's obviously not enough room here. So go ahead and get out a blank sheet of paper so that we can write these down. I'm going to move my original off to the side so I have some room. So these are, try these A, question C. And it is x squared plus 6x minus 27. So start by writing a graphic organizer down. Top left, first term. Bottom right, last term. We want multiply negative 27, add 6. Notice how I put a question mark here. Well, what do we know to be true about 27? In order for us to get a negative 27, we have to multiply a negative and a positive together. But the problem with that is if one number is positive and the other number is negative, am I really adding them? Really, I'm subtracting, right? Because my signs are different. All right, so we have 1 and 27. When I subtract that, I'm going to get 26. That does not help me. I got 3 and 9. Now, remember, one of these has to be positive and one has to be negative. If I subtract these, I get 6. Now, the question is, if I want a positive 6, is the 9 positive or is the 3 positive? We should have to have a positive 9 and a negative 3. So I'm going to put 9x, negative 3x. X times x gives me x squared. X times 9 gives me 9x. X times negative 3 gives me negative 3x. And if I do subtract these, 9x minus 3x will indeed give me 6x. And just to double check, negative 3 times 9 does indeed give me negative 27. So my factors are x plus 9, x minus 3, those are my binomials, and this is going to equal x squared plus 6x minus 27. So again, that was x plus 9, x minus 3. Let's take a look at D. The trinomial for D is x squared plus 10x plus 1. Going to create our graphic organizer first. Top left, bottom right. I want to multiply to 10, add to 1. What numbers can I multiply to get 10? 1 and 10, right? When I add those, will I get 1? No, I actually get 11, right? What other numbers can I multiply to get 10? 2 and 5. When I add those, I get 7, so I'm still not getting 1. Okay, there is a math tip. It says if there are no factors of C that can add to B, the trinomial cannot be factored. A polynomial that cannot be factored is called unfactorable or a prime polynomial. So we would call this unfactorable. So D is unfactorable. There was no way to find two terms that... Ooh, I did that wrong. Sorry. Look what I did. I actually tried to multiply to get my middle term, and I should have multiplied to get my C, and I needed to add to get my 10. Oops. Look at me mess up. Okay, well, I think that makes this even easier, actually. Sorry. Okay. Let's try this again. What numbers can you multiply to get 1? 1 and 1. When I add those, can I get 10? Nope. The highest I'm going to get to 2 is 2. So that doesn't give me 10. So again, I'm still at that unfactorable. I switched my numbers around. I apologize. We definitely don't want to do that because that will give us the wrong answers in the end. Remember, we want to multiply to get C, add to get B. On the next slide, after you copy these down, you're going to see a small debriefing question for this section. Don't forget to submit this assignment, this presentation when you're done.